Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Yay. Happy Friday. Stole that from Debbie. All right. Trying to think of what to read without it getting too heavy. So I'm going to try to keep it light. Psychic Duck is laughing at me right now. I don't laugh at Psychic Duck. I don't know why Psychic Duck laughs at me. But he does. She does a lot. She just said she. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Okay. I want to read on a couple of things, keeping it light. And I was struggling with what to read on because I don't want to read on Pumpkinhead. Psychic Duck goes good. But I am going to read on Carolinas, and we'll see where that goes. I want to read on the Ukraine war, keeping it light. Maybe even the Israeli war. And even as I say those words, why is it the Ukraine war? Isn't it Russia's war? Anyway, does it matter? Maybe. I should look into it. I'm also going to look at the Alabama ruling with in vitro fertilization. That's what you want. Bunch of old white guys telling women what to do again. Okay. The cell outage. Interesting. That's a ET deck kind of pull. There's AT&T, in case you don't know, a bunch of AT&T lost a bunch of, they went down. Their towers went down, their cell service went down, and they said it wasn't a terrorist act. But did they look at those guys? Did they? I don't think so. We're going to look at that. And what else? All right, let's look at North Carolina. North Carolina. I started this video twice, so I hope I don't repeat myself. Trump is going to win, according to Psychic Duck. But is Nikki Haley going to do better in it than what the pollsters are saying? If she could really cut into this, I mean, I just don't. When I think about this, I go, the Republican Party is shrinking so much, so they only have MAGA now. That's it. There is no middle of the road Republican Party. There isn't. And if there is, they're not talking. Little cowards. So let's see what Nikki Haley is. How is she going to do? Cards don't like to shuffle with Nikki. I mean, she's better than Pumpkinhead, but okay. And when I tap into her and I go, okay, how would she do sitting at a big desk or the little resolute desk? How would she do sitting at the big desk? And it feels like it would be efficient, whatever that means. Whereas I look at Pumpkinhead at the little resolute desk, and it's inefficient. It's scattered. So whatever that's worth. Nikki Haley, how is she going to do? So for y'all out in that part of the world, vote. North Carolina. Ooh, Page of Swords. How's Nikki Haley going to do? this may be a little surprise if I just look at it. This may be a little surprise. I mean, yeah, she's walking the tightrope, right? She is being, how do I say it? Buoyed? Psychic duck. Quacked. Oh, quacked. Okay. She's being lifted up by some of the downers up here, walking a tightrope, and she's learning some kind of lesson here. Page of Swords. Being, ooh, I think she's going to be surprised at how well she does. I mean, for me, I just can't understand. Is it just me? People keep voting for this guy. Oh, yeah, okay. We got that. Ow. In the past, I know she wasn't a Democrat in the past. Oof. It's not good. Oh, ooh. Okay, let me drop this down and then we can try to make sense of this together because it's confusing to me. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords, which I talked about ad nauseum, and I have the Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. So that said, yeah, you're going to do really well. At the base of the reading is the Five of Cups, the loss. Okay, maybe that's like the general Republican, not just a state, but the whole nation. It's sad. It's loss. It's sad. In the past, as it relates, is the Ten of Cups, which is it's a celebration card. It's a happy card. It's my Democratic card. At the top of the reading, we have the Four Swords. Ooh, ooh. So what I just heard with this is, or the question I got, is this Trump retreating, being sick, even though I am asking about Nikki Haley. So we'll stick with that. That is a retreat card, timeout card, sickness, illness card, and then I get the Three of Cups, celebration, happiness. Let's just keep going. Nikki Haley. Right now, I feel like it's a balance of this, of up and down, of winning, losing. You have the Knight of Wands, internal position. This is showing her as strength. She's got strength behind her with the lion, coming forth with some powerful, powerful ideas. Powerful ideas. And the thing with Nikki, we're on a first name basis. The thing with Nikki is that if she would just own up to her flip flops, I think she might be better. But how can she be bashing Pumpkinhead and then say, yeah, I'll still vote for him? Yeah, I may pardon him. Yeah, okay. Oh, external position tower. Ooh, external position tower. The foundation crashing down. So these two cards relate to each other. Sickness, tower moment. Hopes and fears are the celebration. We hope we can celebrate. Normally in the Rider-Waite deck, isn't there a White House behind it? But that's the white tent, bringing everybody in the tent together, getting the Republicans in one tent, their party in one tent. The hopes and fears. Fears is it's not going to happen. The hope is it will. Interesting. Knight of Swords at the end. Jumping on the little motorcycle. Did you see her riding a motorcycle? Vroom, vroom. Little Vespa. That looks like okay. This is just a guy thing. That looks like either it's a little teeny Harley or it's a Honda. You know how the Hondas now, well, those of you who ride motorcycles, Honda started copying Harley to make them look a little beefier. The Honda 50, those had some good commercials. The Magician, High Priestess. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So this spread goes all over the place with wishes fulfilled with sadness, with coming together community, with taking a time out, with joining with women and having a celebration to a singular, and this doesn't necessarily need to be this king, a female card, but it's the king energy, the strong leadership energy that has this tower moment associated with it. So, but as we get to the end, it feels like maybe she's jumping on her motorcycle and gonna stay in the race, hoping that some magic may happen, and she's getting an intuitive hit that either Pumpkinhead is going to get sick and or face legal issues, because that is a legal issue card. Okay, I didn't want to do this. I did not want to do this, but somebody's making me do this. Let's look at Trump. I'm not pulling him out of the box. Not going to do it. Let's look at Pumpkinhead. Is he getting sick? Well, okay. Is he getting so sick that will prevent him from running? These cards are going, please don't make me read on him. Please. Please say it ain't so. Okay, Pumpkinhead. Health issues. You know, and we get these health issues all the time with him. And Western medicine is really good at keeping people alive. Really good at it. I mean, look at the thing that's in the news with this in vitro fertilization. I mean, they've got embryos that they freeze and then they thaw them out and they're alive. We're really good at keeping things alive that maybe shouldn't be. Now that's all. Maybe. I said maybe shouldn't be. So don't get all crazy on me with what should be kept alive and what shouldn't. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Health issues. 6 cards. Don't give me the outcome. Just tell me how bad we are looking at those health issues. Not we. How bad are you looking at it? 3 of Cups. 3 of Wands. So he's looking overseas. King of Swords. It's legal. Legal. 6 cards. That's it. Okay. I'm going to drop it down so you can see Mr. Pumpkinhead's health issues. These 2 cards are really, really fascinating for me. The 3 of Wands, it's coming together, it's to celebrate, it's, and then I look at the stars up there and I go, you know, he's, you know, not really on this planet so much. And then you have the Three of Wands. Looking, not moving yet, but looking over at the ocean, ready to catch a wave. Something is up with this. Of course, we have the legal things that are compounding his health issues. That's at the base of it. So even though when I look at him and I see that he's having fun, that's the correct word, with the challenge of all this, I think it's really, really wearing him down. He's thinking about going past. But there is some alchemy going on here. The magician. Whether it's with pills, whether it's I'm getting a delusional thing. You know, maybe he's just not all here on the planet because they're looking up at the sky, at the stars, and this card is looking into a vortex. So I don't think he's all here. And then the Nine of Swords. He's really worried about this. Health issues, not good. Not good. But I think he's being pumped up, kept alive with the pills and the uppers and whatever to keep him going. Certainly, I mean, he's not making any sense when he talks. Well, at least to this Democrat. Okay, let's move on. Let's look. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's look at the Ukraine war. Let's look at. So it's the 2-year anniversary when I started. When this started 2 years ago, I can't believe I've been even reading for 2 years. But I said, and I remember this really clearly, that it would be over relatively quickly. That was the energy that was coming out. Certainly, that's what Russia was thinking. But I remember saying, but it doesn't matter if it's quick or if it's slow, because what they had started was horrific enough and was horrific. There's no coming back from that pain for those people that are being affected. Now, so many more people are being affected. And then you have the Israeli war, Palestinian Hamas war. And it is against the Palestinian people. Now, I mean, before it could have been against just Hamas, but look what it's crazy. Somebody asked me to read on it and they listed all the suffering. I can't go there. I can't do it. But I could read on why are we still paying them money. And when I did read on it, I think they're going to finally put some restrictions on what the money can be used for. So I hope that that's going on behind the scenes and that will come up soon. But I want to look at it through the galactic eyes. Because I was thinking, what deck do I use for this? And how do I make it hopeful in a way? There was a lot of fighting going on in the galactic realms with this deck, the Galactic Heritage deck. It talks about different galactic species that have had their challenges, have had their wars, and have overcome them to be enlightened beings. And so with this deck, I want to see how do we look at these wars? How do we can we help? How do we look at it through galactic eyes? So let's just do, I think, 6. See what I get. I'll drop this down and we can see what we get. Embracing family. When are we going to stop looking at borders? And with Ukraine, it's weird because most of them are Russians. But when are we going to stop looking at borders? When are we going to stop looking at colors? When are we going to stop looking at religious beliefs and just embrace the family? It's being challenged by, when are we going to embrace the family? It's going to take a leap of faith. This is the Fool card, starting out on something new. We're going to have to go look at the people we don't want to look at and say we're part of the same thing. Let's figure this out. And it's the paradox. How do I do that? Well, I don't want to be with them, but I love them. They're part of my family, but I don't want to be with them. Well, how do we do this? It's confusing. Ooh. Leaving home. Not sure what that means. That means maybe let's just leave. Let's go up to the moon. Let's go to Mars. I don't think so. Let's keep going. Unconditional love. Okay. Unconditional love. Just show you up there on the screen. And the last card, new consciousness. So the way that we're thinking, and this goes into the Aquarian age, right? As we move into that, leaving home. There we go. Thank you. Psychic gut was quacking in my ear. He goes, you don't know what leaving home means? It means leaving what Capricorn and going into Aquarius? That's what he said. He's so smart. Anybody that thinks ducks are just quacks, shame on you. Yeah, so we're waking up, we're going into a new consciousness. We have to leave the old behind. Have to. How do we do that? We got to find unconditional love. We do that, we start that with the first card, embracing the family. And who's the family? It's everything on the planet. My take on it? Okay. Everything off planet. And as we try to wrap our 3D brains around it, we go, I don't know, I'd like borders. No. There's a new consciousness coming into the neighborhood. There's a new sheriff in town. New sheriff. All right. What else am I going to read on? That was kind of good. I like that message. Thank you. For you guys new to the Galactic Heritage deck, this is really cool. And the app, $10, is awesome. I have it on my phone and my iPad. I would think the iPad, I like the iPad better because it's bigger, but it's great. Okay, moving on. White men telling women what life is. I'm not even sure how to read on that. So the Alabama Supreme Court, I think it was the Supreme Court, has come to, they're saying that if you have a test tube embryo, that it is considered life. And there's going to be a shift in this new consciousness. Because what I see with this is the conservatives are saying marriage and family should be between a man and a woman. And we need to go into a new consciousness and embrace world family. I don't know what I think about test tube babies being a family. I have to think on that a little more. And I don't even know if I want to. But it certainly helps some people. It can help other people. But, you know, where are the limits? Where are the boundaries? We create things without thinking them through. For example, the cell phone. Did we think that through? Everybody's got one now. Many people are losing their landlines. And if a cell outage goes out, like AT&T did, and you need to call 911 so that they can keep you alive using any means possible. I don't see, I'd go down the rabbit hole with that. But if you need to call 911 for some reason, your cell phone doesn't work. So do you need, did we not think that through enough? Now for me, I don't have a landline, but I have a ham radio. So would that work? Possibly, till the ham radio towers go out. And because they're kind of dinosaurs, got to be careful with that term. Getting close to being a dinosaur myself. So yeah, maybe I'm going to skip that IVF Alabama thing, because I don't know what even the question is. I do know that old white guys should not be dealing with this issue. Old religious white guys. We need to have a new consciousness. I'm just going to keep going back to that reading. All right. Let's look at this cell outage. I was going to use my Galactic deck, but I grabbed my True Black deck, and that's kind of got a little galactic shine to it. So as I shift gears with this, going back to the Alabama thing, I think I go back to keeping it really simple. We don't take care of our families as it stands right now. We will have kids and put them up for adoption and not really care about them, not take care of them. So why they would want to rule on something like that without thinking it through, get rid of the old white guys. And the head of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice in Alabama, extremely evangelical. That's another new consciousness that we need to rethink. Religion and government. Is that going to end? Are we going to lose that a little bit? Is that the question I'm going to ask right now? Yep, that's the question. Are we going to lose? We're going to get rid of the evangelical faction of government in the next, well, I heard 8 years. We're going to get rid of it. It's like, what's the tower moment that's going to make that happen? We have the Emperor. First card out. Kind of looks like Jesus. Crossed by Strength. Okay. Four Pentacles. Got something to do with money. Ten of Wands. Struggle. Nine of Wands. Knight of Swords. Is it going to be legal? Might be legal that they're going to get this out of. Knight of Swords. Oh, this is the Knight of Wands. See, I get mixed up. That's the Knight. It says, I know that because it says Knight. But then I look at that and I go, oh, Swords. No, Wands. Wands. Because this is the Knight of Swords. Okay. Oh, jeez. External position. Creator source energy. But it's a fetus. Oh. Hopes and fears. Suspension. The Hanged Man. Two of Pentacles. This is making a decision, looking at a newer world. World implications. Okay, now I'm really confused. This is the Knight of Wands. This must be the Knight of Cups. I don't get it. Okay. I'd pause. Page of Swords. King of Cups. So is there going to be, are we going to get rid of the evangelical in government, separation of church and state, allowing people to practice their faith as they see it? The final card I got was the King of Cups, the Joe Biden card. I think, yes, we're going to create a new world. It's going to be a while. It's going to take time. Keep putting out the right intention. And while you guys are putting out the right intention, I'm going to go look at the book and figure out what nights I was looking at. Okay. What else? I think that's it. Let's pull some just to end the week, because that was a sell outage. Sell outage. Galactic. Let's do 3 on the sell outages. What's the message of the sell outage? Is it from space? Is it to say, you guys really don't know what you're doing? Was it satellite communication that got disrupted that they're not telling us about? They just shot another Starlink rocket into space. I saw it last night. I mean, I'm like, ooh, cool. I love the technology that they use to It's neat. It's cool. And then they land the secondary rocket in the middle of the ocean on a platform. I'm like, wow, how awesome. This goes to, we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention to the pollutants that we're putting in the stratosphere. There's different layers of atmosphere. Each one has a purpose, and we're kind of not looking at that at all. And we're shooting more and more rockets into space. Okay. Talk to us, please, about this AT&T outage. 3 cards. I don't know what fluidity means. Well, I know what it means, but the cell outage. We have a mental transformation. We have fluidity, and we have assistance without interference. Put those 3 together, and it is asking us to take a look at this from a different point of view. You're going to have to go with the flow a lot, and this is galactic interference without them knowing about it, without them showing us. Does that make sense? Assistance without interference. So they're actually helping us and saying, you guys got to like transform the way that you communicate. Telepathy. We're not there yet. Some of us. Well, who said that? One of you. Okay, I heard you guys. One of you, I heard. We got to be a little more fluid in how we are dealing with these technological issues. And yeah, it's them causing it behind the scenes. Saying, wake up, people. Wake up. Okay, so I think we're gonna find out some more stuff on this. All right, as I go, last 1 card just to shake the energy, to put us back in a positive spin. Oh, speaking of watching videos to the very end, thank you guys. I had 10 people that watched my last video to the very end. Thank you. Let's play. So, and I did, so here's what I did. Because I didn't put it up on the community page, and I said, put it on the community page, but I didn't set up anything on the community page for the free reading. I had people emailing me, and I had people say, hey, pick me and you can use me. So when you screw up, people won't laugh at you. So I'll just read me behind the scenes. And I go, who's going to screw up? Well, what? Anyway, so I got them. Thank you. I will be emailing you or responding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 1 from the email, 1 from the community post, and 1 behind the scenes. Who won't talk behind my back? Maybe. She probably will. And if you knew who it was, you'd go, yeah, she's She's gonna yak. That reading sucked. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but I've got a little thing in my head. All right, staying in the higher vibration. Here we go. Work your light. Ooh. Wow. The crumbling. This is a tower moment. What are we clinging to? Oh, well, this is like the theme of this reading. We're clinging to our cell phones. We're clinging to our borders. We're not embracing family. These old structures, as soon as that structure falls down, we'll be able to see this beautiful meadow full of nature. Work your light. I love this deck. It is so good. Okay, again, thank you all for watching. Peace and love.